Okay, so it's been a pretty good week. I got to 1500. I was 816 for last week. About kept about a 50-50 um, average thereabouts. And then the last game I played took me down to 14. So, got all 3 vault rewards unlocked. So that'd be 259. So that should still pretty much, depending on what it is, be a upgrade. 2 trinkets in a ring. Well, the trinkets aren't going to be any help, and the ring's not going to be any help. So fantastic. Well, actually, I kind of wanted to go with haste. So yeah, I might take the ring. Change some stats around. The trinkets aren't going to be really any help. Um, 'Cause I have my Gladiator's Medallion and then Gladiator's Emblem for health, and that seems to be what I've seen other healers take, so I'm pretty sure that's about the one of the best trinkets you can get. I don't know the primary stats is really going to help all that much for healing, as odd as that sounds. So let's take that and swap it out for that. Yeah, I like that. That'll help with my channeled abilities. So yeah, and yeah, I don't think I can. I could see. There we go. I don't think. Yeah, I can't really get anything. I did go ahead and get the mace and upgraded that. And I think that's pretty much it. I don't think I got anything else. That got my mastery back up to 2000 for healing the primary target. So feel pretty good about that. So then haste was the next thing, because I'm finding with Jade Serpent Statue I'm running out of mana more, because I'm using Soothing Mist, and then I always use Essence Font quite a bit. So the haste will help the channeled abilities work a little quicker. So doesn't help with mana, but will help channel them a little quicker. So I shouldn't have to channel them as often, as odd as that sounds, because it's per second. So if I'm if I'm like theory crafting this correctly, the haste should, because it helps with spell casting, so it should um, help out there. So it's a little easier on my mana, hopefully. Okay, so I had a pretty good week doing mythics. However, I am standing in front of my soul bind because I have changed some things around. I got brutal projectiles from the last Mythic Plus dungeon I did for the week. So, kind of wanted to try it. It has a chance, your auto attacks have a chance to increase the damage of rapid fire. So it seemed like something I wanted to uh, play around with. Um, so what I basically did was swapped the top of my soul binds and the bottom of my soul binds. I was using the finesse conduit. I had Cheetah's Vigor. And when I was looking at the passive abilities that gives you, Pellegri's Preemptive Strike just allows you to do more damage to the first target you attack, which is helpful, maybe just not as helpful in Mythic Plus dungeons. So I was looking at what the potency uh, conduit, what the effect was. Um, oozes for fractionless coating. Reduces, gives you a shield when you are below 50% health for a percentage of your health. So that seemed a little more worthwhile. That also seemed to solve the issue of when I've used aspect of the turtle, my self heal, fleshcraft, all of that. There have been times here and there, depending on the dungeon, where I needed something else. So I'm hoping that this works out and that kind of helps me out enough. Um, so then I was looking at what finesse conduits I had, and I was using the endurance conduit, which, when Hunter's Mark is on a target, decreases the damage the target does to me, which seemed really worthwhile. However, the only other thing Hunter's Mark does is keep a target out of stealth. That's it. So, again, when I was looking at the passive abilities, um, Vicious Trail. When struck by a snare, you drop a pedal that lasts for 8 seconds. Enemies that step in the puddle are slowed. Doesn't really do much for a ranged character and one doing Mythic plus Dungeons. So I looked at the finesse. When above 80% health, damage is absorbed and spread out over 5 seconds. So, kind of like how Stagger works for Brewmasters. So, I said that's fine. I had Tactical Retreat, which slows enemies when they are near you when you disengage. I never use disengage, so I was perfectly fine swapping that out. So I have um, one new conduit and then a couple new passives that help with damage reduction, mitigation, healing, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I'm hoping this works out a little better. Again, just kind of picking up conduits still here and there, and then just kind of swapping them out. So I'm feeling more encouraged, like this is becoming more of a solid, um, I hate to say build, arrangement. So I haven't used this yet. As I said, I got the conduit on my last Mythic Plus dungeon, and I haven't done one yet. So this week I'll kind of test it out, and see how this does. As it stands now, though, I am hopeful this will be better, kind of help with those kind of more minor things here and there. As for Mythic Dungeons, I got to 960. I did my first +6, and then the next one I did after that, the group kind of fell apart. So my key got downgraded to a +5, so that was my first +5, and then that got me a +7. So I did my first +7, and then there was another one in there somewhere. I think I did like Theater of Pain or something to get the key to begin with, possibly, or to upgrade the key, I should say. Yeah, I think that would be 4. Um, the as I said, the conduit dropped on the last mythic I did for the week, so I'll have 2 rewards. They should be 259, which is the same as my monk with a rating of over 1400. So, in case you were wondering how that compared. So this should be an upgrade. Again, assuming what we get. The Great Vault for my monk was kind of disappointing. Okay, boots, which would be an upgrade, or bracers. So the bracers are more versatility and less mastery. And the feet are more haste and about the same critical strike. Might go with the boots just because I'm really trying to boost my haste. So yeah, rather than just swapping stats around, versatility doesn't really concern me at the moment. So that'll be a +7 key to Gambit. Okay. So let me see here. Where did they go? There we go. Okay. Yeah, so it went up to 14. So I'm happy with that. So let me see here. So 2.2 seconds for aim shot with the increased mastery, still 2.2 seconds. Okay, well steady shot went down 1 second from 1.6 to 1.5. And rapid fire is channeled. So yeah, okay. We'll see how well that works. I did also change a talent around. I decided that in an effort to try to get more AoE damage, since the
Punches, lucky doos and loot.
Just that, yes, okay.
Beware of
Since
Yeti.
Shadowgrass Totem has been a bit of a disappointment. I decided to swap out Careful Aim for Explosive Shot. I was kind of torn between Barrage, Explosive Shot, and Volley. Um, Explosive Shot's kind of in the middle. Volley does trigger trick shots while it is active, which was very tempting. Explosive Shot is a 30-second cooldown. So my thought was I wanted to mainly use it on trash pulls. That's where you're going to get most of your AoE damage from. So I was afraid that with 45 seconds that just was going to be too long. 30 seconds seemed fine. I've used this in one dungeon so far, and it was quite a bit of a DPS increase. Did seem to help out. So I'm going to go with this for the moment. Try this on a few more and see. The 30 seconds seem fine. It's the same cooldown as... oh, it's actually a little shorter. I was thinking my death chakrams were 30 seconds, but they're 45, which seems just a tad bit too long. So, still, uh, still supported what I was going to say. The 30-second cooldown seemed perfectly fine. So when I wanted to use it, it was just a few seconds off cooldown, and I was able to use it. So, depending on the dungeon with the running around you have to do, 30 seconds seemed like the sweet spot between 20 and 45. Volley does do quite a bit of damage. I have no problem activating trick shots. So it's kind of, I don't know if the focus that is saved with multi-shot would actually benefit, because I still have to use something else to regenerate focus for aim shot. So you can kind of go back and forth, and that's kind of your rotation. So I don't know that volley would be much help. You can end up in situations where you have more focus than you can spend. So I think if I can get my haste up a little more, um, that might solve itself. Because I'm not far off. I can use a few steady shots and be fine. I was actually tempted to take steady focus. I've used this before, because I do have to use it about 2-3 times. When you use it twice in a row, increase your haste by 7% for 15 seconds. That kind of seemed like it might be more worthwhile than Streamline, which increases the damage and the how fast rapid fire channels. Um, so that might be an alternative as well if I can't. I feel like my damage is getting more where I wanted it to be. Um, I'm not lagging as behind as much. And I was looking at the last dungeon that I did do, according to Recount, and it actually did just under about 10%, so not too bad. I'm actually quite happy with that. Whereas the totem did, I don't even see the totem. Earth and wall. Yeah, don't even see unless it's considered a pet, but it still should. Unless it's under some weird. No. Yeah, I am not entirely sure. What does it show for healing? Because it's supposed to heal as well, so it should show up. Leech. Venom of Fear. Uh, yeah, doesn't even show up for healing. So, to be fair, it was supposed to only drop for Survival Hunter, which is a melee class. So I'm thinking I'm not getting close enough to actually get a benefit off of it. Um, but I think that worked perfectly fine. So it was about the same as Rapid Fire. Uh, yeah. I mean, multi-shot rapid fire and explosive shot are all kind of pretty close, give or take. Um, so yeah, and I did use explosive shot on single targets and on trash pulls. So yeah, so there you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed that, and thank you for watching.